But when you realize that your biggest op is the person you've been laying in the bed with and the whole time, like, you wanted nothing but the best for them, I swear to God, it puts it, you never look at life the same after that. You just never, you don't date the same. You don't open up the same. You don't share information the same. You don't trust people the same. I don't care how much therapy you go to after. You are never the same after you realize that you have been fucked over by the one person you would have gave everything to. Guys, I'm back with a book review. This book here is a part of the This Can't Be Happening series. It is part of an Amazon original stories. I've already read 2 books in this series. I've read The Two Henrys. I've also read Black Sheep. This book is Identity Thief, and it is by Rachel Rosenthal. I hope I'm saying that correct. It says it's a 36-minute read. I did read it with Kindle Unlimited through that read and listen program. So the book summary, okay? Who would want to steal the identity of a minimum wage employee at a children's museum? In this harrowing real-life detective story, a woman searches for the truth, clue after clue, clue after startling clue. Rachel hit the jackpot with her doting fiancé, Zach, who was starting a promising new political career at the Massachusetts State House. Then came money problems. Rachel's was mysteriously disappearing, bank account by new bank account. She and Zach, her only lifeline, decided to play amateur sleuths, and they had to act fast because Rachel's crippling paranoia was growing. She was losing more than money. She was starting to lose herself. Let me start by saying this, okay? Add this book to your to be read list right now. The book is, again, a 36-minute read. Go ahead and read the book today. Put this video on pause because I'm about to drop some spoilers. You guys have had fair warning. The spoilers are coming. This is a true story. So handle people's situations with grace. She was fresh out of high school. This is her first relationship. She's 20 years old. She was just friends with the boy Zach, okay? She literally was just friends with him. She noticed that he liked her. She noticed that he had feelings for her. He even tells her, like, listen, after you go off on your trip, when you come back, I'm going to woo you so much. You're going to catch feelings for me. Like, you're going to fall for me. You're not going to friend zone me. So with that being said, he writes her a letter every single day that she was gone out of the country. And for me, that was the first red flag because I don't ever want a man to like me that much. You're writing me a letter every damn day. We not pen pals in jail. I don't need a letter from you every single day. And of course, this was the early 2000s. This was 2001, I want to say. So there weren't cell phones. There wasn't texting. But I don't like the idea of someone trying to persuade you to catch feelings for them. Like, I don't like that idea. If I naturally don't have feelings for you, please don't sit here and try to become the man of my dreams by trying to woo me and trying to do all this over the top stuff. That is never genuine to me. So with him going through all of these hurdles and stuff, he not only kind of eventually grows on her, her whole family loves him. So even when she's like, I don't really know how I feel about him, her mom and her grandparents and her family friends and stuff are all, oh, you met a good man at a young age. Like, this is it. Like, girl, you need to go ahead and lock in with him. You need to take this serious. And she's more so like, guys, I'm only 20, 21 years old. Like, I'm not sure if I'm ready to be talking about marriage and signing up for, buying a home together and things. I don't know how I feel about that. And I feel like that was a reasonable thing. Like, I got married young, but at the same time, that's what I wanted. I can't imagine someone persuading me to want to get married at a young age. Like, everyone has their different experiences and things. So you can't sit here and try and tell someone like, oh, well, at least you found your prince on day one instead of you having to kiss all these bad frogs and toads and caterpillars and all this other stuff. And sorry that my first relationship is kind of sort of healthy. Doesn't mean I settle for this man and lock in. You guys, when they go out on a vacation, I believe it was to Chicago, some weird man bumps into her, steals her wallet, right? From there, she keeps getting these weird withdrawals on her bank. Somebody is tearing her ATM up, okay? They are taking money out. She's literally struggling. The fiance now at this point, Zach, is trying to pay everything by himself. She's working these like kind of minimum wage dead end jobs that she hates. One of them was working for a lawyer, stacking up and changing things in their books, and so basically updating the laws in their books. She hated her job. But at the same time, in your early 20s, most of the time you are working jobs that you hate. I don't really think I was ecstatic about being a CNA in my early 20s. It came with a lot of nonsense that most of the time you probably settle for in your early 20s. And by the time you hit your mid 20s, you realize either being a CNA is not the thing that you want to do forever, or you realize that you're probably going to go and try and get your LPN or get your RN or try to get your doctorate, or you leave nursing altogether, just like I did. So in your early 20s, you're working dead-end jobs, but you're doing it because you're hoping that you're working towards being able to provide a better life for yourself and your loved ones. And Zach had a great job. He even forgot his work badge one day, but he does take her like to the building. He's like, babe, that window up there, like that's where I work with my coworkers, Anna and this person and that person. Come to find out, her fiance Zach is a fucking liar. And I say that in the kindest way. This man lied about everything. He comes forward and tells her that he has this illness that makes him compulsively do things, and he's so sorry for lying. He's so sorry for hiding this and that from her. Her fiance Zach damn near, like, bro, I would have felt less hurt if you had just cheated on me. There is something about being backdoored by someone that you thought you were going to spend the rest of your life with that hits different. I wish I had read this book a few years ago, because having had a similar experience, but to a further degree, and I don't try to compare my pain to anyone else's, when you are in a relationship with someone and one day you wake up and you realize that this person has been plotting against you for months. Her situation had been going on for years. I can't even imagine what that pain is like. But when you realize that your biggest op is the person you've been laying in the bed with, and the whole time like you wanted nothing but the best for them, I swear to God, you never look at life the same after that. You don't date the same. You don't open up the same. You don't share information the same. You don't trust people the same. I don't care how much therapy you go to after. You are never the same after you realize that you have been fucked over by the one person you would have gave everything to. You just don't. So this book hit home for me because I'd say by like the 10th page, I had a feeling where the story was going. But even still, after you get to the end, you're just like, why did you put her through that? Like, what was the end goal? Like, where did all that money, what the fuck were you doing? If you were getting up every day and if you were going to work like you had a job, but you didn't, where the hell were you spending the money? And I think it hits harder too when someone F's you over and it F's up your credit, or it F's up like your money. It F's up like, hurting my feelings is one thing. Fucking up my reputation, my money, and my credit score is a whole other ball game. There's no coming back from that. There's no coming back from that. And I was so pissed with his family because after everything comes to light, his family's like, well, Rachel, do you think there's any way you can find in your heart that you can forgive him and we can try and help you guys work things out? Fuck no. Are you insane? No, there's nothing to work out. This man had me doubting myself, thinking I was losing my mind all this time. And come to find out, it was you? Are you serious? Y'all, if y'all haven't already read this book, you need to. If you haven't added it to your TBR, you need to. These books were all good in this series. I like the two Henrys. I like the Black Sheep book. At this point, I'm definitely going to read the last one in the series because it was only 4 books. It's called The Third Man by Manny Sheriar. It's a 39-minute read. I'm going to read that too. I've already added it to my Kindle Unlimited list or whatever because all of these books were good. All of these books hit different. all of them hit different. This was my first time reading a book by this author. I don't even know this author, so this is not a biased review at all. This is straight raw emotion. I listened to the book today while I was driving. That's become my thing too, is listening to audiobooks while I'm driving, while I'm cleaning. Sometimes I'll even have an ear pod in while I'm working, you know, listening to a book. I have fallen in love with just consuming more books and information. Audiobooks have become my thing, and that's never been it for me, really. I've consumed way more audiobooks this year than I have probably in the past 5 years put together. I just wasn't listening to them as much. But now that I'm using that app Libby as well, where your library card, you can connect it, there is so much content and information out there now that there's no reason why we're not all at least reading one book a month. I'm sorry, guys. You have to feed yourself more information, whether it's an educational book, whether it's an autobiography. You can listen to one audio book a month. I don't give a damn how busy you say you are. I swear it will enhance your life. I promise you it will. So if you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It is right there for you, all right? Outside of hitting the subscribe button, it helps me so much when you guys send this link to this video, to my other videos, to my shorts, to your friends or to your book baes, you know, the people that you share content with. Everybody has someone that they share memes with. Please help share my stuff so I can go ahead and hit 400 subscribers before this year is over. The goal would be great if I could definitely hit it before this year is over, because you guys got me to 300 subscribers this year, and I'm super appreciative of that. I just want to keep continuing to grow. I want to keep continuing to grow my channel as a person, as an author, as a reader. I am just here to grow every day that I'm still here. Remorseful is still available on Kindle and Amazon. It is for 99 cents. My Favorite X is still available for free for a limited amount of time. I don't know how much longer I'm going to have it for free, but it is free. If you guys have already read the book, please go ahead and drop a review, even if it's you letting me know that you absolutely hated the book. I did get some 1-star reviews, and I'm perfectly fine with that, because not every book is everyone's cup of tea. So 1-star reviews really don't hurt my feelings, even when someone's bashing me all throughout. It's perfectly fine. Trapped by the Tennessee Trapper, by the time you guys see this video, it's definitely available for pre-order on Amazon and Kindle. I have not decided the release date yet, but by the time you guys see this, I'm certain that it will be out there. So what can you do? I thank you so much for coming to my channel, and I look forward to seeing you in the next book review. Bye.